All right, welcome to Last Minute Betting. Let's do it. Thursday night football and OddsJam. What more can you ask for, man? Come on. I probably need to change my my background here. Let me do that real quick. Hey, I'm Bob from OddsJam here with Last Minute Betting. And there you go. Now we're up to date. Now we're up to date for folks show. Good evening to y'all. Are you ready for this game? Thursday night football. And the Saints and the Croc. I know. I call them the Crockies because I don't like Stan. And, well, I don't like Stan at all. That's all I can say. What can I say? Hey, good evening to you all. Don't forget about up to $1,000 in second chance bets from PointsBet. Link is below in the description. And also OddsJam Partner Program. You can't forget that at all. Boy, we got a lot of people here. Saints money line, says Tony. Tristan says he's riding with you. And don't let shit drip. Hey, Jabari, why don't you just come in here, man, and join the show? All right, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'll send you an invite, and we'll have a little fun. Hell, Tony, you can get in here too. Tristan can't, though. Tristan's got computer problems. So here we are. OddsJam presents Last Minute Betting. And by the way, I want to thank Slop for showing up this morning. We're going to try to do that maybe every couple of weeks. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. Got some good mileage out of that today and was pretty excited about it. Just went really well. It was very smooth and honestly, didn't take a whole lot when you're working with professionals. That's the way it is, right? Right. Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you, Tony. All right. And Jabari's on his way. Parlay the dogs. It'll get you around plus 600. All right. Yes, you are dedicated. You're dedicated, Tristan. Very much so. Appreciate you very much, Tristan. Very much. All right. I don't know about the Saints money line tonight, guys. I'm just not feeling the Saints tonight. What do you all think? I mean, seriously. The Saints? I just, I'm with Jabari on this from last night. I just don't feel Saints at all tonight. Although I would like to see Kamara and Olave get touchdowns. That would be very, very nice. Just put $1 bet on a anytime touchdown score parlay. So I gotta get that together. I'm gonna post that on X here in a little bit. $1 will get me 160. 4-leg parlay. Here it is. You ready? Anytime touchdown scores. Kamara, Kupp, Olave, and Williams. $160. Hello, Jabari. How are you?
How's it going? I had some spare time. I was like, man, let me check and see if Bob's having a show tonight.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, let me come give him some company. I got some time.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I have no idea where Mike's at.
That's all right.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I can handle it.
All right.
I can handle it. All right. I got to save this. I have to post this to Twitter. By the way, Jabari, I got to show you this crazy parlay that Slop and I came up with this morning. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get a kick out of this. All 8 games in the NBA. I think there was 8. if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and share my screen. You're gonna get a kick out of this. You ought to at least laugh a little bit. Okay. All right. Here we go. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
And I posted this on Twitter earlier today, or X earlier today too. It is a plus 17,287 parlay with the Pistons, Spurs, Pacers, Pelicans, Bucks, Trailblazers, Timberwolves, and Clippers all to win.
All right, hold on. So let me run that back to you. So you got the Pistons. Okay, I could understand that. You got the Pels. Okay.
Okay.
Who you have in the Spurs Bulls game?
Spurs.
Spurs. Okay.
And
Pacers Grizz. You got Pacers.
Pacers.
Magic Bucks. You got Bucks.
Bucks.
Okay. Clippers Thunder. You got Clips.
Yes.
Okay. Lakers T Wolves. You got T Wolves.
Yes.
Wizards Trailblazers. You got who?
Trailblazers.
Okay, so the Trailblazers, okay, T Wolves, okay, the Clippers Thunder, we going that's gonna be your turning point, and the Pacers Grizz is also gonna be a turning point. Either one of those, I'm gonna be completely honest. The rest of your parlay, it has a good shot. Pistons, they're playing the Jazz. This might be the time they break that losing streak, but you got a good chance.
Okay.
You got a good chance. What you gonna win out of that? What were the odds?
Plus 17, 387, or actually plus 17, 287. $100 wins you 17 grand.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. I can't argue with that. I really can't.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Slop and I came up with that. I talked him into it pretty well, his picks. So if you haven't seen Slop on X, you're missing it. I don't know how many times he called me an old man this morning.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. Had a good time and a lot of good stuff. Yes, it was a great show this morning. Thank you, David. All right. I also have an anytime touchdown score. I just said this earlier. I've got Kamara, Cup, Olave, and Williams as 4 anytime touchdown scores. Got a free bet on PointsBet, $1 bet. Wins me $160. It's plus 16,000. Okay. Yeah, I'm going after all this crazy stuff, huh?
It's possible. It's not that crazy. It is definitely possible.
Yeah, I just don't expect it. Let's win some money.
Yeah.
That's what I say. That's what I say. Man, I'll tell you what. They had a play earlier today on Prize Picks. That was Kamara and Williams under 144.5 combo yards. And I'm telling you, man, within a minute and a half, it was down to 140.5.
Yeah.
Completely gone. I mean, not even worth touching. And by the way, speaking of not even worth touching, let's talk about Wagner last night. The under hit.
Yeah.
So
did you have the under or did you have the over?
No, had the under.
Okay.
Remember we talked about that, and yeah, so hit the under on that last night. Hang on a second here. Halliburton, we lost that one by the hook. And Sexton.
Sexton just had a terrible second half.
And Luka,
we lost that one. Yeah. Luka, we pushed. If we caught it at 20.5, that one hit.
Right.
But
it was a push.
Luka was a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, I'm looking at the parlay now. Franz, I fat fingered the over by accident, I guess is what I did. And then Sexton, we missed by 3 points, but he shot abysmal in the second half. They had no reason losing that game in the second half, and he had multiple chances. The volume was there, but he just was not hitting anything. So it happens, unfortunately. So
I may have screwed up on my 5 pick today. I got Giannis over on his PRA, Kamara to get a touchdown, Cooper Kupp to get a touchdown, under on receptions for both Nakua and Alave.
Mhm.
Their numbers are 5 apiece. We'll see on that. Um, actually, this actually might be uh, a game for Nakua. And as Slop was saying this morning, why not Jimmy Graham with a touchdown too? I didn't even think about that, man.
I think he's had a touchdown in like 3-4 straight games, right? He doesn't
Yep.
catch a lot of yards, but he does get the touchdowns. He has a terrible usage rate. That's the problem. Like his target percentage is pretty bad. And I don't know that they'll get a lot of red zone targets inside the red zone today, but who knows? We'll have to see what happens. If you're interested though, I have an NBA 2 picker that I think
Oh
is
yeah.
absolutely smacking.
Okay, then I'm in. Hang on. Let me pull up my prize picks. I'm in right now, and I'm going to share my screen as you talk, so
Okay.
everybody can see me put this in. Because if it's a smacker, I'm gonna put a little. I'm gonna weigh it a little heavier on this.
And as
I'm
always, I
feeling.
will, as most of the time I use my method. So I ran it with a 6-man, and then I also ran it with a 2-man with my 2 favorite plays in here.
Okay,
But I ran it as a 6 and I ran it as a 2.
for the NBA, NFL.
NBA only. So you're gonna go to the rebound combos.
Okay, there it is, right there.
Okay. There's a rebound combo for Victor Wembanyama and Nikolai Vucevic. And just to give you some percentages, this is what I wrote up on the sheet that we put out today. That the rebound chances between the two of them is 16.9 for Vooch, and it's 15.8 rebound chances for Victor per game, meaning that they're seeing about a good volume of rebound chances and converting those at about a 62% clip. In addition to the last time that these two played, and Wembanyama, who's now their full-time center, he's
Right.
getting a lot more opportunities to stay at the goal and get rebounds. And it's absolutely paid off for San Antonio. So
Okay.
he's going to be able to stay there. The last time they played each other, which was 13 days ago, they had 36 rebounds combined.
Okay.
Wembanyama had 20 himself, which I don't think he's going to get 20 again, but he can definitely get 12 or 13. Vooch also had 16 himself. So the opportunity is going to be there. Both teams are going to miss a lot. They're going to hit a lot. The
Okay.
other play is going to be Ja Morant free throws made.
Okay, there it is right there.
Okay, it's at 7.5. Hopefully it's still there. If not, I got an alternate. Okay, 7.5 free throws made. He's playing Indiana. Again, some more stats on this. Indiana is the most foulingest team in the NBA, or the second most foulingest team in the NBA right now per
Not a
game.
word.
It is not a word, but we just made it up today. But they also give up the most free throws in the game. They give up around 27.8 per game to each team, to the opponent's team. Ja draws a lot of draws a lot of fouls driving to the goal. He's one of those Russell Westbrook archetype guards. Drive, get fouls, get to the line. So
The over on both, right?
over on both.
There it is. I put a 20 spot on it. You
Over
got it.
on both.
20 spot on that one right now. I love it. Love it.
Okay. That's what I got. And so it's gonna be a lot. I like A.T. Perry for anytime touchdown. Let's advertise the best market. I found it.
On Typico. Well, that's on Typico. I don't have Typico
I don't
around
have
here.
typical either. I don't even think it's available where I live at.
No, it's not. No, it's not at all. Tony's on the Saints tonight, and I hate to burst his bubble, but I just don't see that happening.
I read a stat that 91% of everybody is on the Rams money line, and 84% of them are on the Rams -4 spread. So that's where most of the money is tonight. So I mean, he hits, but I'm gonna be completely honest. The Saints have lost a lot of key pieces and shutting down the run defense, and that's why I'm so high on Kyron today to score a touchdown. So high, in fact, that PP has made him a green goblin, meaning that they have reduced the payouts for you putting Kyron over 1 touchdown in your line, and he's
Okay.
-2. He's -220 to go over on the books. Most of them are -220 or better. Besides the point, the Saints are not the best run defense, but they're losing players. You lose Roach, he goes down, he's done for the year. Cameron Jordan's nursing an ankle injury, and then your linebackers, you only have Demario Davis to depend on. And then even their secondary is a little bit banged up because they lose Marshawn Lattimore. He's also on IR. So Nakua and Cooper Kupp, they're gonna have their opportunities as well. I don't see the Rams losing this game, and I definitely think they cover the spread. I'm giving them a good chance to cover the spread, and they're at home. They're 4-3 at home. The Saints are 3-4 on the road. I am, you know, I'm praying for him. Hopefully, it comes through, but he's gonna have an uphill battle for that one.
And our friend Alex Merce, positive EV Merce, he's got COVID, but he stopped in to say, hey, appreciate you, Alex, as always. Merry Christmas to you. It almost looked like you were at first with that hat on there. I thought you were wearing a Santa hat, but
No, I got a red one over here. It's just got a poof ball on it, so like my headphones don't really cooperate with that just a little bit. But I got my varsity red homecoming hat right here. This is original from 2015.
oh
So
wow.
yeah, man, I it's been quite a minute. Been quite a minute.
Let me ask you a question. Where'd you grow up at? Did you grow
Texas.
up in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I remember reading the book Friday Night Lights when it
Mm-hmm.
first came out. The book, read it before I ever saw the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to know right now: is football in Texas that crazy
Yes.
in high school?
Has always been. Put it in perspective for you. There's a Andy Dalton used to play for this team. It's the Katy High School Tigers. We played them, got absolutely ran through. They have a $30 million football stadium. In
Okay.
addition to, they have state of the art. Like when I tell you state of the art, like even at my school, we had football nutritionists for the varsity team,
Oh wow.
nutritionists, exercise machines, masseuses. All of that was provided by the school district. When I tell you it generates a lot of money, it generates a lot of money for the school districts. It's that serious. It's one of the most popular sports down here.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, and I've heard that and kind of knew that and felt that way. But yeah, football in Texas, I tell you what, it's going to be crazy with now the Longhorns and Oklahoma going to be in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I tell you what, that's going to be one hell of a tough conference. And
It
there's not,
is.
and there's not going to be a Pac-12 anymore.
Yeah. And did you hear about FSU? They're trying to um get out of their contractor rights to leave the conference as well. FSU's trying to leave because partly of the snub that happened this year, they're
Oh
trying to
yeah,
get out.
yes, I that was the breaking news today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, there's gonna be a lot going on. Obviously, college generates a lot of money, right? But
yeah.
um there's gonna be a ton going on. Everybody's moving conferences now. So I mean, your Power Five conferences kind of going away now. Like everybody who's anybody is pretty much moving away. I mean, of course, they're probably going to another Power Five conference, but now there's teams in there that are kind of co-mingling in the mix.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool the way we've got uh X is that people are able to comment. Got a lot of comments this morning directly from X, which is cool that you can do that now, man.
Mm-hmm.
No two ways about it. Um, NHL's got a full schedule tonight, but in the NBA, the Joker did not have a triple double last night. That really hurt. I was very, very disappointed in that.
I said his assist line was probably the first thing you need to be worried about.
You were
And that's
absolutely
exactly what missed.
it's that
It is
absolutely
exactly on the
100%
point.
right. Yeah, you were
So,
right. But we do have plenty of games tonight, and we've already talked about them. With the parlay, but we were really going after it.
yeah.
Um, I got to be honest with you, man. I think that what Pop is doing with Wemby, because I've watched several games now,
Hmm.
and I've seen how Pop has reacted to him as he's coming off the floor. Hey, look who's here! Mike's here. All right.
Better late than never. All right.
Yeah.
Better
Anyway,
late than never.
whatever Pop is doing right now, whatever message he's sending. Now, let's face it, the kid's got tremendous talent. Okay.
Mhm.
But the message seems to be getting through to the kid because I think his play has been outstanding.
Hmm.
What do you think?
I'll be honest. I think we said at the beginning, or I said at the beginning of the season, I didn't want him to go to San Antonio. I felt like it was too structured and he needed to be more of a wild card like KD. But I'm gonna walk back that statement and say I was completely wrong. I think Vic has really learned the game a lot better, and this offseason is going to be crucial for him because he could easily become a top 5 player next year if he continues on this track. Like he can shoot out the water, he can handle the ball 7 foot. That's natural to him. He's obviously proven that he's not very injury prone, even with how skinny he is. He's proven that he can bang with the centers. That game versus the Lakers, where he was backing AD down and then dunked on him,
Right.
proved to me a lot.
Right.
It proved a lot to me.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Wemby is he's going to be a big time player, I think. Anything can happen, but he seems to be on the right track right now. So we'll see what happens definitely next year. And in terms of this year, still some growing to do. What is up, David? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. So thoughts on this game tonight real quick. I know you guys probably talked about it a little bit. Rams, Saints. What are we feeling here? Are we feeling a boring type of game? Are we going to see some points? Do we like some anytime touchdowns that stand out? Or is this a game we don't like a lot of points? What are we thinking?
We're on the Cronkies. I hate to
on
say
the Rams.
We're on the Cronkies. It's the Cronkies. It ain't the Rams.
You like it on the spread?
Yeah, I like -4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if that was the route you were, that'd be the route to go. Nothing on the money line for the Rams, but no shot the Saints pull this thing off, right? Nobody's feeling a Saints upset here tonight.
It would take an injury, in my opinion, for that to really happen. So, I mean, their Rams are 8-5 against the spread. So, I mean,
very good. Very good
it's
there.
It's like I said again, just gonna take whatever. I think everybody is overestimating how good the Saints defense is. They're not necessarily that good of a run defense. They're like 9th worst in the league as far as rush yards per game. Now, secondary, they've kind of kept it together, but again, you lost Marshawn Lattimore. So yeah, it's going to take some proving, and they're on the road. Rams are at home. And the Rams kept up with the likes of the Browns and the Ravens, who are drastically better team than the Saints, both defensively at least. They're better than the Saints to me. So
yeah, Rams definitely been playing better lately. And I think we mentioned yesterday that game with Baltimore, that went to overtime, right?
Yeah.
So, yes. I mean, Rams definitely looking like they've got some life here for a wild card spot. We definitely are going to see.
And he beat Cleveland. Stafford threw 3 touchdowns against Cleveland, and they were statistically the best defense. So
yeah, that is true. That is true. So what do we think anytime touchdown wise? We're looking at the Rams.
I've already got it, man. I've got the winner right here.
Oh, do you?
I've got it right here.
That was easy.
I've got Kamara, Kupp, and Olave as anytime touchdown scores with Williams as a first touchdown scorer. $1 free bet will get me $160 plus 16,000. There you go.
If I start a free trial, could I cancel before it ends and not have to pay? Yes.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you right now, you're probably gonna want to keep it.
exactly.
You're probably gonna want to keep it. Like at least give it a month. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to upsell you here. I'm no salesman, but I'm telling you, you're probably gonna want to keep it. You're gonna start the free trial. You're gonna have all those picks, the optimizer, anything along the lines, positive EV, just being able to not do any research and compare the numbers without having to do any research. And then the pick hits, easiest thing ever. So I'm telling you, you might keep it. Just try it out for yourself. Formulate your own opinion. But I can attest that I liked it, so I kept it.
And you know what? You may want your free trial extended. We could probably hook you up with that too. All right, Mike, are you ready for what Slop and I did this morning?
I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready.
Here you go. I already told Jabari this. Here we go. All money line plays.
Oh.
Pistons, Pelicans, Spurs, Pacers, Clippers, Bucks, Timberwolves, and Trailblazers plus 17,287. Slop said to put $100 on it. I didn't have $100 to put on it, but
he's trying to get you rich, is what he's trying to do.
Hey,
yeah, he's trying to. Yeah,
I appreciate it. You know, even though he said I was 75 years old today.
Well, I mean, he's not far off. You know, I mean, John may not be a math guy or anything, but
no, you don't want to extend it.
His calculations are pretty close there.
Hey, appreciate you jumping in from X on here. We had quite a few views here earlier. Most of the people that are in here anymore are coming from X. I love it that we can interact with the people on X. Jabari, you may want to tell your people that are following you. I'm going to tell everybody else. You can jump in on the conversation in StreamYard from X. It's a great thing.
Gotcha.
He's put $500
on Slop parlay. There you go. You're gonna be
rich.
You're gonna be so rich. You're not even gonna realize it.
He told me this morning that he did some research. He said, "Well, I thought about it. That was pretty well."
Yeah, well, hey, I mean that's research, though. I mean, thinking about it is a type of research.
Loved it. It was a lot of fun, but I got to tell you, Mike, Jabari saved your ass, okay? Because I had nobody here, and you weren't here, and Jabari's in the chat and says he could be on in 5 minutes. And now that is a trooper there.
That is a trooper.
I was on my way home. I was like, let me see if Bob's doing the show. It's right at 5. I was like, man, let me see what Mike and Bob are doing. And hey.
That's
Slop's on X. Yeah.
Follow us all. Yes, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. Give us all a follow. Slop, me, Bob, Jabari, all of us a follow. We'd appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. But Jabari's MVP.
Oh, 100%, man.
I wouldn't say that. We make a good team.
Clutch player, man. Jabari coming through.
No, you come through in the clutch today. I mean, you saved the show.
We know we know shots on the games on the line. We know Bob ain't taking the shot.
Well, no, I'm taking the shot. I was here. I was ready to go solo.
You know what?
I was going solo, baby. I mean, I ain't afraid. I'm not.
And that, that's good when you're taking the game-winning shot. No fear, just let it rip.
I'm not like LeBron. I could do it, man. Are you kidding me? Give me the ball.
Taking shots at LeBron now, huh?
Well, going back to Miami and when he first came along, I mean, D Wade was the clutch shooter. Mm-hmm. When it came down to crunch time, and of course, who else did they have? Didn't they have a 3-point shooter there that kicked ass?
Yeah, Ray Allen.
Yeah,
they had Norris Cole.
Ray Allen. Yeah, they had
who was the guard?
Mike Miller was there at one time.
Cole Brown. He was the guy with the flat top. Cole Brown was there for a little bit. Who else?
Who was
they had
Mario
another guy
Chalmers. That's who you're thinking of.
Mario
Mario
Chalmers.
too. There's someone else they had that was gosh, I can't remember who it was. They had a lot of guys that could spot up three. I mean, they built that.
They had a team. They had
that
a
team was,
yeah.
Then you add in Chris Bosch, in the mix whenever he was available and healthy and things like that. I mean, yeah, they were just extremely loaded. Gosh, there's somebody else I'm thinking about who came up.
Were they on the championship team or were they?
Your boy Haslam? Udonis?
No,
Shane Battier was on that team. I forgot about him.
James Jones. Jones.
Yeah, okay.
James
he
Jones.
was. That was when I don't remember if he was on the championship. No, he was.
Yeah. They just a bunch of guys. And James, I mean, look, not a guy that you're going to actually, you're going to necessarily go buy tickets to pay to see play. But you know what? He came up when need be. He found an open spot, kicked out to him, open three. I mean,
knockdown.
Yeah, when he needed to. And they had a lot of guys. You mentioned Chalmers. Chalmers was big for him.
Oh, he was very big. Yeah, very big for him.
Mike Miller was a pain too. I mean, that was having him. I mean, my gosh, that was bull crap. He was already a fantastic 3-point shooter, even without LeBron and D Wade and them. Then you add him in the mix, like, well, this is going to be good for LeBron.
All right, I'm gonna go to the positive EV page here real quick, and I want to ask you, Jabari, what do you think of focus mode in positive EV? Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the filters are not being carried over. They will. Anything that you have a filter and eventuality, you're going to be able to do this. It looks cleaner, no two ways about it. Okay,
definitely.
It definitely looks cleaner. Not completely convinced that I like focus mode as much in positive EV as I like it in arbitrage. Because I'm telling you, man, I'm just going to tell you this, Jabari. I know you have a global EV plan. Now, I got a guy down in Florida, and it's not Tony, that just started a few weeks ago. And his first day, he made $150 off ARBs.
Yeah.
Off of 3 ARBs, and using the same kind of books that you're using. So
it's definitely money to be made in ARBs. ARBs and everywhere else there's definitely money to be made. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean,
the one-click bet is going to help you out. That one-click bet is going to make a big difference.
For sure.
Arbitrage, so need to get in on that, folks. You know what? We're running out of time. Poor Dave. He just keeps talking. Dave, you're talking.
Dave's on a roll. Yeah, Caprice. Yeah, Dave, we'll have to Bob will hit you up sometime, man, for sure. We'll see if we can squeeze you in sometime, bro. We'll see what we can do there, buddy. For sure.
It's probably going to be a show you're going to miss too, right?
No, I'll be here for Dave.
All right. Dave, I'm glad that you make 4K on every ARB, huh?
Developed a system. Well,
okay.
How about that, Dave?
You got a system for everything.
Yes, sir, bro. All right, Bob, what do you say?
Let's get out of here. Jabari, thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah. We'll hook you up, bro. Send me or Bob an email. Bob at OddsJam.com or Mike at OddsJam.com.
Mike at OddsJam.com.
Send me an email, Mike at OddsJam.com. I'll get
Hawaii not playing tonight. PG is, by the way, just announced.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's making that leg look better, right?
Yeah, Kawhi, but they're playing you have OKC, you had the Clippers.
Oh, hold on. I got the Clippers. Shit.
Yeah, PG should be able to handle it. He plays OKC pretty well. So hopefully PG will be able to handle it. But you still got James. James has been over they're on a 9-game win streak, right? Since they lost the 6 that James got there, they're on a 9-game win streak. They've kind of figured it out, and they're starting to be what people thought they were going to be before the trade. So let's put some faith in James. They've definitely figured it out. Since James has got there, they haven't scored less than 111 points. And that was 111 points against the Nuggets. That has been their lowest point total.
Right.
So,
yeah, as much hate as he's gotten and slack, James Harden, you got to give him credit. He's starting to fit in and do well. So, I mean, I've always liked James Harden as a player. I've always liked him. I mean, he's been fun to watch over the years. So, I'm rooting for it to get going. What are you shaking your head, Bob? Not a James Harden fan, are you?
Not a James Harden fan. From when he was with OKC, it was in the finals and couldn't hit a shot to save his life.
He couldn't hit. Well,
he was young, dude. He was not a big. That was before he really. And it was LeBron. It was a bunch of Hall of Famers at the time against a bunch of young bucks. Man, you got to give the Thunder credit, man.
I would be hearing you, Bob, if you said like his time with the Rockets or something like that. I'd definitely be able to hear you out. But James, he was a 6-man. Like,
exactly,
he did what needed to be done, though. Like, he was a 6-man off the bench. He wasn't the number one option.
You can't when you get in the NBA Finals, you can't blame your 6-man for not getting the job done.
Yeah.
It's time for the big.
Let me just explain something to you, Jabari.
Go ahead.
When Kevin Durant, when KD came out of college, that guy
when he on that same finals team that you're ripping Harden for?
Let me talk. This guy up here that knows so much about the NBA, he didn't think Kevin Durant was going to be worth a damn, and I heard him say it, and I told him. I watched that boy play in Texas.
Okay.
That was a badass player. This guy right here dissed him coming out of college. I said he's going to be a star. I said it from the get-go. James Harden in that final, I was so pissed off because I wanted KD to get that.
Well, yeah, blame the 6-man. Don't blame KD for anything,
but hold on.
right?
The 6-man was part of what they did.
But it's not on him to get the job done.
Hitting 3-pointers was part of their makeup.
I'm not hearing you anymore. I'm not hearing it anymore. You've already
the outside of a barn in that.
No, I don't want to hear no more. You've already buried yourself.
I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
That time that KD did not go win a ring, in my opinion, that is not on their 6-man. Russ and KD dropped the ball. They had the Warriors down dead to rights, 3-1.
Yeah.
The key players had to say, hey, at some point, we're probably going to have to change something to make sure we can just close out one game. It's the same argument we can use for Golden State that they let Cleveland come back, right? Dead to rights, 3-1. Same thing. And Warriors have always been known for they go to championships with benches. They have a 6-man they can pull off the bench, and it's always going to work for them. Every team that's won a championship has to have a bench. You never win a bench with only star players. We can all agree on that. But
of course,
the Warriors, the thing was with the Warriors, they lost 3-1 with a bench. Sean Livingston coming off the bench. It was the same team. They literally just broke the NBA record like 1-2 years before that. Same team. Pretty much same team. I think the only person they lost is Harrison Barnes. So, to be honest with you, it's going to happen. It's not the 6-man's fault. It's the stars' fault because you just need to close out one game. And I depend on my stars. If the game's on the line, like Max Kellerman said, he's calling Andre Iguodala. I don't know why the hell you would do that, but I'm calling somebody else. And KD and Russ were the people for me on that team. And they couldn't get it done.
I understand.
They couldn't.
I understand. But, Harden's offense was a big part of that team. Him coming off the bench and nailing threes was a big part of it, and he couldn't hit shit.
And if he didn't play like he did, they would have never even got as far as they did.
I agree 100%. That's why I expected him to play like he did, and he didn't. So there you go. One thing I love is I can get some passion out of you sometimes, Jabari, just by opening my mouth.
Yeah, man. This is what we come on here to do. We have fun, man.
Yeah,
this is what I enjoy.
That's right. That's right. That's
always. Always. I'm glad I made it, because now I've gotten to hear about how James Harden cost the Thunder. I mean, it's a shame you weren't writing headlines back then, because I don't remember ever seeing anything about Thunder had it, Harden cost, like nobody was talking about James Harden blowing it for the Thunder. But hey, what do I know?
I remember giving you all kinds of crap. What series? What was it? When I kept on going Thunder. Ooh,
it was when the Lakers. It was when the Lakers played them in the first round, where the Thunder took them 6 games. I think the Lakers went up 2-0. Then the Thunder won 2 in a row and tied at 2-2, and then the Lakers ended up winning the last 2. But yeah, that pesky young Thunder team.
I really did.
It wouldn't go away. It wouldn't go away, and that was.
I really did like that team a lot. Now I got to ask a question here, really quick.
Yeah.
Draymond Green, is he done, guys? I mean, it seems that they've taken a pretty heavy stance on him, and did he deserve what he's gotten?
It's been a long time coming.
Okay,
I think so, man. I mean, I hate, I just uncalled for some of the things he does, man. There's just no need for it. I love his passion. I love, he
reminds me of Dennis Rodman a little bit with some of his antics.
He does, and they should remind you of that Bulls team. But the thing is, with that Bulls team, it was all in-house. It was kept in-house, so it never really spilled out to the media, where now this is happening in games, every game, and you're doing it kind of unnecessarily. Like, and people are even baiting him into it, and he falls for the bait every single time. So if you're and they say the easiest people to fool is the people that think they're intelligent. If you're saying all this stuff's happening to you, you're saying you're supposed to be the smart person. Why has it been your whole career? Everything like that. Punching Jordan Poole in practice, okay, that leaked out. TMZ got a hold of that footage for whatever the reason is. Okay, cool. I understand that when it leaked, but then you punch somebody in a game. You punch Nurkic pretty much in the side of his face.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Unnecessary, and I'm not a big fan of it for sure.
No, I hate it though, because man, he makes such a difference on the court when he's playing the way he can play.
Yeah.
He's a heck of a player, really. A heck of a defensive player.
Yeah, right. You're punching people. I don't know how you defend that. It's undefendable.
I agree.
You kind of like it, don't you, Bob? Huh? Yeah. You kind of low-key like
it. ABA basketball, baby. It's 70s basketball.
Yeah, that's
on the floor, man.
You talk about all that. You were a Lakers guy back then, though. You were rooting for Magic and the Lakers.
So I love Magic. I love Magic. Yes.
Okay.
Magic was my man.
You should have hated the Celtics. You shouldn't have liked that dirty crap they pulled.
I liked seeing the fights. It was kind of fun,
Okay, well.
It really was. But I got to tell you, who was the guy for the Knicks? And not Patrick Ewing.
Oakley?
Charles Oakley.
Charles Oakley?
Dude, I'm telling you, Michael Jordan used to get hammered by Oakley. I mean, he would hammer him. And Jordan just kept on driving the lane and going and getting some more. It really, those were such intense battles. I don't think that, you really realize, unless back then, how intense that was and how physical it was, and the game has just changed so much. Although these guys are great players, no two ways about it, and they could shoot like crazy, no two ways about it. The game sometimes, though, it drags me down a little bit,
Yeah.
So does going back in time and talking 30 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
I can't make no money. I can't make no money off 30 years ago, Bob. I can't make any money off 30 years ago, bud.
You can learn from your mistakes. Learn.
From my mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He said, learn what?
You can learn, it says.
Learn from my mistakes.
Here's what I learned today: that James Harden is the sole reason the Thunder did not win an NBA.
I never said the sole reason. Never said that.
Big part of it, though. Huge part
I
of it.
said he couldn't shoot in that series, and that cost him. Plain and simple. Now, you can't put words into a man's mouth like mine, okay? It don't work. You can't keep up, all right? So you know what? Go off. Go off in the corner there. That's what I got to say.
Even Bats says Draymond for UFC can punch all he wants.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't go.
Yeah, you want to punch? Go there. Have at it.
There.
Taking your anger out on that, aren't you?
Got that out of my system.
2020, what year was that?
See y'all.
2012.
All right, man.